after. So I will, I'll just tell you a little bit about my story and how all 11 of us actually are connected, and introduce the topics that we're going to talk to you guys about tonight. What we wanted to do here was, as a team, was we wanted to put together like the best of what we have learned since we started coaching, you know, with our clients, and the best of what has affected us in our own fitness journeys, and to help people get results and to not have to wait to get results, or to ramp up your results if you're already on a fitness journey, you know, and just like take it up a notch. And we're digging deeper than just stop eating chips, right? Like we're digging deeper than just don't eat cookies every night, even though that's valuable advice for me because I have been eating too many Miss Vicky salt and vinegar chips as of late. So we wanted to dig deeper with you guys. We wanted to share with you guys really like the best of what we have learned. We are a team. We're a team of coaches. Our team is called the Fit Republic, and I founded the Fit Republic 4 years ago. It was just me at that point. 4 years ago, I became a coach. At that point, I was working corporate. I had a great 6-figure income, but my son, who was 2 at the time, had a Filipino accent because he spent so much more time with his nanny than he did with me. I was working 50 to 60 hours corporate, and it just, you know, I woke up one day and I was like, this is not the life I wanted. So I took a chance, I took a leap, and decided to become a fitness coach. And really, it's the best decision that I've ever made for myself. So we wanted to, I'll introduce the topics actually first. I'll just show you. We created this little document for you guys that I'll be posting tonight in our private group. And this download is going to give you 10 different resources. So I'm just going to show you what it looks like really quick. This is going to give you 10 different resources that you can download and start using like right now. So here's what it looks like. It's a PDF. So on your computer, you can just click on each one of these numbers and you'll get whatever resource that refers to. So this one is a daily food journal, obviously. There are 10 like really, really good resources in there for you guys. So as I was saying, we are a team. We are the Fit Republic team. We are so happy to have you guys out and share what we have learned. We'll give you guys the opportunity to, if it's something you're interested in, to check out what we do together as a team. We'll be starting off, we'll be kicking off a fitness challenge in February. And as a team, we'll also be getting into a new coach training. But whether or not that's something that you're going to get into, we're super, super excited to share these fitness resources with you today. So we're going to start off with my girl, Danny. She says y'all a lot, and it's so super cute because she's from Texas. Go ahead, Danny.
Thanks, Rosa. Let me scooch my dog off. Go. Okay. Hi, I'm Danny, and I've been a coach since last May. And since then, I have dropped 30 pounds and about 15, 16 inches. So I'm actually to a good, healthy, normal weight. And currently, I'm just trying to maintain that and build up my strength. One of my goals is to at least just do 3 pull-ups by the summer. I've never been able to do a pull-up. I have no upper body strength. So that's one of my personal fitness goals. So what I wanted to talk to all of you about is what pushed me, what motivated me to keep going, why I never quit. And when I did feel like quitting, I would get mad at myself. So it's more than just working out every day and eating clean. It's about having a healthy mindset. So it's something I never had. I literally would wake up angry every day, just in a bad mood. And I realized, that's not healthy. It's not healthy for me. It's not healthy for my family. And it certainly isn't going to do well when I go into work every day. So along with working out, that builds endorphins, that makes you feel better. But that only can take you so far. So I took it a step further, and I actually would wake up every morning. I still do this today. I've done it for 6 months now. and do just 5 minutes of meditation, because that's all I have time for in the morning. I wake up just in time to get to work. So 5 minutes, I would just sit there, turn my brain off, listen to my breathing, and just take it all in. And I wouldn't fall back to sleep, which is a miracle, but that just started my day off. And then on my drive to work, I would name 3 things I was grateful for. Just anything. Like, I'm grateful I have all my 10 fingers today, or I'm grateful that I have a vehicle to take me to work, or I'm grateful that my husband didn't wake me up when he woke up 2 hours earlier than I did. And it's just things like that that give you perspective on how great your life really is. I don't have a yacht or a mansion, but do I need those things? I don't think so. I have everything I need now. And it just took me, by doing that, to appreciate what I have. And again, like, I would go into work with a great attitude and a good mood and just motivated to take on the day, take on whatever came my way. And I'd also started doing some research on just doing random acts of kindness, like high five someone in the hallway or give someone a hug. And I just started doing that. And people thought it was super weird at first, because I wasn't like that at all. I'm a little bit of an introvert, and I was shy, and I just kind of stayed in my corner all day. And people started noticing. They just didn't notice the pounds dropping, the inches going away. I knew I was doing something, but they're like, wow, Danny, you've been shining a lot lately. Like, your attitude, you're always smiling. You're just more outgoing. We see the confidence when you like give your presentations at work. And I just hearing that, like, people are watching you and they see that, and like, what are you doing? I want to know what you're doing besides, working out and eating clean. Like, what, you just seem like you have all the answers. And really, it's just doing those 3 things, and they don't take any time. 5 minutes of meditation, saying 3 things you're grateful for, and just doing a random act of kindness. And I've done that every day for 6 months, y'all. And I said y'all. And I have yet to have a bad day. I'm serious. There'll be moments I'm like, that really sucked. But then whatever, it's fine. I'll get over it. I'll make it better in an hour or so. But yeah, I haven't had a bad day. And that's such a great feeling. I'm motivated. I'm pushed. I feel like I can take on anything. And that's what keeps me going, part of coaching, part of working out, and keep inspiring and motivating my challengers and even non-challengers. And I can't explain the feeling besides that it's amazing. And I challenge all of you just to do it for 5 days. You will notice a difference in your attitude and in your mindset. Just do it for the first 5 days, and you will notice a difference. So that's my spiel. But it's amazing, because a healthy mind, your thoughts become your realities. And so whatever I think is, I'm going to have a great day, and I do. And I've had an amazing just beginning of the year. I set goals for myself, and like I said, people see it and they want to know more about it. And I'm happy to keep sharing that with everyone. That's it.
Thanks much, Danny. You are absolutely right. Absolutely. I have, since joining the coaching, I do the exact same thing now as well. And it's amazing. So everyone, my name is Allison, and I'm a coach on the Fit Republic team. And I've been a coach since August. In that time, I've lost about 28 pounds. And I still have a little bit more to go. And I'm kind of like Danny, I want to, firm up, tone up, and hit some other kind of fitness goals. But the thing that sort of has really helped me is keeping a variety of workouts. So I would typically be a person that would procrastinate and do nothing. And then I would get super excited about something like, I'm going to run a 10K, or I'm going to do hot yoga, or I'm going to do a boot camp. And I would join, and I would totally be into it for like 2 or 3 weeks. And then something in my life would happen, like when my kids got sick, something happened, I couldn't make it, and I would stop. And then it allowed me to just stop doing the thing that I needed to do and get my body moving. So what I found to be super helpful since I started coaching is I started with a 21-day Fix Extreme. And when I first got the DVDs, I was kind of like, upper body strength, yoga, like all those kind of things I wasn't really pumped about. And what I found was that doing something different every day, even if it was just for 30 minutes, totally changed my results. So I now will do something every day. So if I go out and play soccer and the next day I'm super sore, I will pop in like a yoga, or I'll do some type of stretch or an active recovery or something that will keep me moving and keep me into the routine so that I'm constantly doing it and that I'm not bored, so that I'm not sitting there saying, oh, you know, I've got to go for a run today, or, oh, I'm going to have to go this. It's something that's really kept me on track and has really kept things exciting for me. And so for my free resource, what I've suggested is I've given you sort of like a template of some different type of workouts you could do if you're kind of struggling to say, like, where do I start? As well, you can go onto YouTube. Sometimes there's lots of free videos on there as well. They're like little 10-minute workouts. You can do a few of them, kind of keep you motivated and keep you going. As well, for anyone that's interested, there's Beachbody On Demand, and there's a 30-day free trial. So if you're ever interested in something like that, reach out to the coach that invited you, and they can set you up with a on demand. There's also like a Fixate cookbook on there. There's yoga. There's the 21-day Fix Extreme. So you can get yelled at by Autumn as well. So that would be my suggestion, is keep it different, keep it exciting. And honestly, sometimes I'd work out and I'd be like, oh, I don't know if that was that great of a workout. And the pounds just kept going off in a way that was totally different from when I did like just a boot camp or just running. I'm a person that holds on to weight. My body just likes it, I guess. So that would be my recommendation, is if you keep moving and keeping your body guessing, it really, really does honestly help. So that's it for me. And next up is Steph to talk. And if you have any questions, you guys, make sure that you send us messages.
There, I was muted. Oh my gosh, I'm back. Okay. Hi, everybody. My name is Stephanie, and I am a coach with these wonderful ladies. I'm sure as you hear all of us talking, you'll be able to feel our camaraderie and our culture and our community. It's been such a blessing and a joy to hang out with these gals the last several weeks that we've been kind of going through a training together and working on our own fitness journeys together. So I've done several fitness programs, but I have to say I'm a lifelong yo-yo dieter. I'm the gal who did Weight Watchers 1,010,000 times. And it's amazing. You can still lose weight while you eat your points in Oreos. I don't know how, but it's possible because I did it several times. And so, of course, you know, I always got to the point where like people would compliment you and like, hey, you're looking really great. And then I'd say like, oh, I can have that cheeseburger. And then it all went downhill from there, right? So I gained back the weight, lifelong yo-yo dieter. And when I found Beachbody and I found our programs, like I love food. Clearly, it was all about the double stuffed Oreos. Let's just be honest. I can work out any day of the week. It's no problem, but it's really getting the food under control, quite honestly. And so when I first started out, like I really didn't follow the meal plans that were given to us. But the one thing that I did, and something that I have my challengers doing, if they're not like 1,000,000% committed, is adding vegetables. I'm not saying go out and like my idea and what has worked for me and for people that I coach, don't think about it in terms of subtracting from your diet. Like I'm not going to eat the ice cream. I'm not going to have the chips. I'm not going to have the fries, but think about it more so in terms of adding. Eat whatever you're normally going to eat, but add on, or maybe do a couple of swaps. So you will see in the ebook that we have, some of the ideas are basically like in the morning. I don't know how many of you eat breakfast, because we should all be eating breakfast. You should all start your day with breakfast, and I eat eggs pretty much every day. And I have started making these amazing scrambles, like only half of the scramble is eggs and the rest of it is veggies. Onions, mushrooms, spinach, squash. I found squash. So you dice it up small. It's super yummy. Add some like Mrs. Dash or some spices to it. soup when you're going out, either for a snack or for your lunches. Eat whatever you're going to eat, but add soup, because that's a great way to get some of your healthy veggies in. There's so many different types, so many like multicultural type, like Indian soups and kimchi stew or gumbos or things like that. Just the idea is adding. And then maybe sometimes you might want to swap. So maybe like instead of potato chips, maybe you go for like some sliced veggies during the day. When it comes to your sandwiches, let's say, I think a lot of people probably go out to eat, right? Or at least that was my problem when I was working 40 hours a week. Either I really wasn't very good at packing a lunch. Somebody would order out and I'd say, oh, just why don't you grab me? And, I'll give you my order. So maybe sometimes think in terms of like vegetarians, right? So there's vegetarian sandwiches. I'm not saying get tofu and all those like weird, strange things and soy-based stuff, but just cram it in. Or like say you're standing at Subway, right? And you see this long line. How many of you see the long line of all the veggies and you're like, just the meat and cheese? No, get every single one of those veggies that's on there. Get, the sprouts and get the spinach and get the cucumbers and get the everything. And the cool thing is that all these veggies really add a ton of crunch. Like a ton of crunch, and it ends up being really satisfying. If you're going to have a quesadilla, like say you're going to Chipotle, I don't know if you Canadians have Chipotle up there, but I love quesadillas. I'm all about the cheese, right? So sometimes you can add, or rather you can add meat to it, add in the peppers, add in, whatever veggies are there. You can swap a lot of things like rice, traditional rice with cauliflower rice. Is growing in popularity. In fact, I think I saw, like I get it at Trader Joe's where it's already in a frozen package, but I saw a mainstream food manufacturer having it at a regular store. I don't know if it was Dole or one of those Jolly Green Giant, one of those people had like rice in the freezer section, rice cauliflower. So you're going to see a lot of ways to add vegetables to your diet, or maybe some swaps. So instead of thinking about how you're going to take things away from you, because that's like really hard in the beginning, like, oh, I can't have this, that, or the other, just think about adding, maybe for a week. And the one thing I want to leave you with is, a lot of times we don't really know a lot about vegetables, right? Like, what do they say? Average kids can go to the store and they don't even know what half the vegetables are at the grocery store when you take them to the produce department. Pick one vegetable a week and learn about it. Experiment with it. Find a new recipe that you can use, like eggplant. Have you ever cooked with eggplant? Have you ever cooked with Brussels sprouts? One new thing a week. And then, I'm not saying you're going to like every single vegetable that comes across your plate. You probably are not, but then And so, when you go out to eat, oh, I really like leeks. I don't know. I'm just pulling that out of the air. But at any rate, I just wanted to leave you with that. Add some veggies to your diet and have fun with it. So Amanda is coming up with her topic next.
Hey, everyone.
Hi.
So I'm going to talk about like meal prep and meal planning. My biggest faux pas of the whole time I was doing healthy foods and everything else like that before I got into the Beachbody world was I never had the time to get the foods prepared, or it's like I'd have everything in the fridge, but nothing was ready. So my Saturdays are, I sit down and I plan out the entire week coming up of what I'm going to have for my lunches, my breakfast, my snacks, my suppers are all planned out for me. And Sundays I go grocery shopping. Before anything gets put in the fridge, broccoli is cut up and put in a container, cauliflower, everything, fruits, before it even touches my counter, they're washed, they're all cut up and put in containers. So that way they're already there in my fridge instead of going, oh, what I'm going to eat today. I don't know. I don't feel like cutting stuff up. It's already done in my fridge. There's no excuses for it. It's much easier to go grab a bag of chips out of the cupboard or something that's not so good for you. But when everything's already ready in your fridge, then you're more apt to succeed in your meal plans. I can't stress meal plans and meal preps enough to my challengers and my clients that have joined me in this whole whole thing. So in the free resource that you'll get to download, there's a grocery list template, meal plans for the week, and all that there. So I hope everybody enjoys it. And next I'll pass it off to Lacey.
Hello, can everyone hear me? Excellent. Can you see me too? Perfect. Okay. Because I'm doing it on my phone and I'm so not tech savvy. So I want to make sure I'm coming across good. Anyhow, my name is Lacey and I have been a coach for about 8 months now. I kind of started off really slow in the beginning. I just wanted to work on myself and kind of get my journey going. And I started with the 21 Day Fix Extreme. And pretty extreme it was. I ended up losing about 25 pounds and still going strong at it. But it really taught me a lot about my portion control, because that is a huge thing for me. It's what I have always struggled with. I love to do workout programs and new kind of workouts, but following the meal plans and my portion sizes especially was what I struggled with the most. I would kind of just eyeball it and figure, okay, that's about the right size, but really I was way off. So I definitely loved having the portion size containers. It definitely helped get me going and just kind of taught me, how much I should be eating and that kind of stuff. So, but before I had even started with the 21 Day Fix Extreme, one of the things that I absolutely loved and I used daily was MyFitnessPal. So that is what I'm going to recommend for my resource, because it makes it so much easier. You'll be able to track all your foods, your workouts, and the great thing about it is, so with your foods and stuff, you can go and as you're making your supper or lunch, whatever it is, you can just scan the barcode, like you put your phone over the barcode of whatever it is that you're eating, and it reads it and knows exactly what it is. And there you go, it's in your phone. And another thing that I loved about MyFitnessPal is it remembered what you were eating. And I'm pretty much, I eat the same thing, like for breakfast, I make my little egg burrito thing. So it would remember what I was eating, and you just click it, boom, like literally it would take no time. And in the beginning, before I had started, I'm like, oh, it's going to take too much time to track it and, to measure out how much that I should be eating. But really, it's so quick and it makes it so easy. So that is what I'm going to recommend is MyFitnessPal. Absolutely love that. However, if you do have the portion control containers, they are just, like I said, game changer. Absolutely love them. Use those bad boys up. And another great thing you can use if you have the portion control containers is Pinterest. Pinterest is fantastic for recipes. Like it's huge. There's everything out there on Pinterest. So it's really great. And one more quick thing about MyFitnessPal, if you kind of wanted to get like a gist of what it is, just go on YouTube. They do a great little tutorial. It's like a couple minutes and they can kind of show you how it works out, but it's very simple. You just download it and then pop in your information, like your height, your weight, your sex, and there you go. You're off and running, and then you can just start working it from there. So I believe that is everything I kind of wanted to touch base on. I don't want to take too long. So next up, unfortunately, I don't remember who it was up.
It's Kayla.
Kayla, yes, Kayla. How did I
Sorry.
forget Kayla? Okay, Kayla's up next.
Hey guys, so I'm Kayla. I have been a coach since August. I started around the same time as Allison. So we've kind of been doing this together and that has been awesome. But one of the things that I have really took me a little while to realize in my fitness journey is that no matter how hard I was exercising, if I don't make healthy food choices, I was just sabotaging all the hard work that I was doing. So I did my first round of the 21 Day Fix. I only lost like 8 pounds because my food was not on point. I kind of looked at the meal plan and followed it loosely, but I didn't keep track of what I was eating. So the second time around, when I did the 21-day fix, my motto was that if I bite it, I write it. So I was keeping track of absolutely everything that I was eating, and it made such a huge difference. I lost 14 pounds the second time around. So my tip and my thing in our ebook is a tracker that you can just quickly print off and jot down everything that you are eating. The biggest things with that is that you have to be honest. It's only there for you. So, you know, if you're eating a handful of peanut M&Ms, throw it in there. And it just really gives you a lot of insight into what you're doing. It tracks your progress. It keeps you motivated. It holds you accountable. You can really see what you're doing right. And I guarantee you that you already are doing a lot right. And it just helps you make correlations for when you wake up feeling good in the morning, when you're bloated in the evenings, things like that. It also gave me a lot of insight into how my mood was doing with the different foods that I ate. Like, I was like, oh, I'm eating chocolate because I'm sad. But really, it was like, I got the chocolate long after all that happens. So it helped me recognize some eating patterns. And it also helped me see what things I could change or improve. And it was like little swaps, like the 80 calories in my cream in my tea in the mornings. And it took maybe 2 days to get used to drinking my tea black, and now I love it. So just little things like that were easy changes helped a lot. The other big thing, like just with keeping a tracker, is just start now. Start with where you're at. I always had a girlfriend who I said was eating healthy 52 days of the year, because every time she's like, I'll do it on Monday, and she would start on Monday and then it would peter off. So my big advice is just start jotting down what you're eating now. Don't wait till Monday, and just take a look at it every week and see where those little changes can be made. So next up is Krista. Thanks, guys.
Hey everyone, it's Allison again. Krista was, sorry, you're gonna hear yelling in the background, my kids are playing. Krista was supposed to come and talk to us, but she got called away on a family situation. So I'm stepping in because her topic kind of speaks near and dear to all of our hearts, I think, here as coaches. So for Krista, I know that she was super into boot camps. She started having kids. I think she has twins. Getting out to those boot camps and having that accountability to show up every day was really difficult, just like all of us, right? I work full time. I've got 2 kids. My husband works shift work. So showing up, doing the things, not making excuses, is really hard to do. I'm really good at talking myself out of things. I'm super good at saying, oh, you don't need to do it today. Don't worry about it. So what has been super important is accountability. So Krista has a printable fitness tracker as a resource that you guys can print off when we're done here. And it's super helpful. So what you can do is you can write in and schedule yourself all the time, and to make sure that you get your workouts in and that you're doing the things that you need to be doing. Another thing that's been really helpful, like Kayla, for example, just finished saying that her and I were coaches together, like we signed up and, at the same time we went through coach training together. And even that, like her and I all the time are kind of going back and forth and bouncing ideas off each other. And we've formed a friendship because we're there for each other. So if you are going to go through a fitness journey or a health journey even, I would totally suggest having an accountability partner. Have someone that you can check in with, someone that you can, kind of say, oh, did you work out today? Or if you're going to go to yoga or a boot camp or something like that, someone that you go with, sign up with a friend. Someone that's going to make you show up that day. Because I am Irish Catholic, so sometimes I'm driven 100% on guilt. So I will show up because I've told somebody that I need to, not because I want to. And a lot of us, I think, are doing that. As coaches, we absolutely have the ultimate accountability because we have to show up every day into these challenge groups. And so we have to make sure that we're practicing what we preach and that we're doing the right things. And same with our challengers, is that we're there all the time to make sure that our challengers have someone to say, hey, I've done this today. I've done, I worked out today. I drank my Shakeology today. I ate today. I ate all the veggies that I was told to eat. So it's been so incredibly important. And it's been something that's actually given me personally the staying power to actually keep doing this all the time. So whatever you do, make sure you have support, have that accountability, have somebody that you can check in with, whether it's a coach, whether it's other challengers, whether it's just a friend, your husband. My husband, I don't know. I think I'd probably punch him if he asked me if I had gone to the gym today, but if you have that relationship, that's great. So anything that you can do to make sure that you are able to show up, be accountable, and stay on track is the best thing you can possibly do for yourself. I promise you. Okay, so that's it for me. I promise you won't have to hear from me again tonight. And the next step is Ashley.
Okay, hey guys, can you all hear me? I don't know what you get. You can. Okay, perfect. I have to use headphones again because my daughter's crying in the other room. Okay, so I'm Ashley, if you don't already know that. So I'm going to talk about postpartum. Basically, it's really dear to me, I guess, because I just had my baby in October and it's my first baby, and it was kind of a little bit more of a shock, I thought, because I was really active at the beginning, and like I've always been really active. Like I used to run 5 kilometers every couple of days and like ran a lot, and I would work out all the time before getting pregnant. So I thought, it'll be pretty easy for me to lose all my weight after. But my mom was like, no, it doesn't always work like that for everybody. Like some people are different. And I was like, okay, well, not for me. I'm going to be the one that like bounces right back. And so, when I had my baby, I weighed the most I ever weighed is 141 pounds. And then after giving birth, I guess, I want to say 132 pounds. And so before I got pregnant, I ranged between, I guess, like 110 to 118, I want to say. And so, I wasn't allowed to work out right away because, well, you're not supposed to and stuff. And so, and I couldn't really be that active during my pregnancy because I got really bad nausea. Yeah, nausea. And I was really sick all the time. So couldn't run, couldn't really work out, couldn't do anything. And then my second trimester was when I actually became a Beachbody coach. And it was great because I felt really great during my second trimester and it worked out really well for me. And then my third trimester was really crappy again, and I was sick all the time and just couldn't do anything. And plus I was working 2 jobs, so I really only had like 4 days to 5 off a month. So it was just a lot. And then, I became a Beachbody coach kind of in August, I think, with a bunch of these other ladies actually. And then, so the thing was for me, so I put in a PDF for at-home workouts, like one I found online. And so I just found ones that were like super quick, like 5 to 10 minutes a day. And I did them whenever I just felt like I had a little bit of extra energy after delivery. So I couldn't really work out like, I guess, like hard workouts, like just like simple and quick before. So until I was 12 weeks after delivery. So I just started working out like consistently, like every day at least. Like I do it at least 5 to 6 days a week now. And before I couldn't. Oh, I think my thumb is in the way. No? Okay. Oh, no. Okay. And so that was that. And so now I just so my ebook has like, and it's great because the one I did, it was broken down to 3 stages. So there was stage 1 from like 0 to 7 weeks, I think, and then 8 to 12, and then 13 and so forth. And they just were quick and easy and they were nice. And then the other thing I was going to touch base on actually was I didn't realize how much extra food, because I'm breastfeeding. And so you have to eat so many extra calories. So at first I didn't really realize how many extra calories. And so I just kind of like added like a little bit of extra calories every day. And then I was probably wrote 6 or 7 weeks ago when I Googled it. And, stop work, get out of the way. And because of like my weight and how active I am, I actually have to have 700 extra calories a day. I definitely wasn't doing that. So I also attached 2 links to like figure out how many extra calories you need if you're in that situation, which I don't think many people are right now that are on this video, but in case you are, that's what you have to do. All right, well, that's it for me. I forget who's after me. Let me just check. Look, I had the list and now I've closed it.
Me.
Oh, all right. Well, you can go then. Oh, go ahead, Laura Lee.
Hi, everybody. I'm Holly, also known as Laura Lee, or vice versa. And so just to tell you a little bit, I started coaching in August because I was feeling, I had a really negative person in my life at the time. Not my husband, I married him, but somebody else. And they, I was going to set the timer because I talked way too much. But anyway, so I'll just take note of the time. So yeah, so I had a really super negative person in my life, which weighed heavily on me and eventually got me to a state of depression and anxiety because the negativity just kept building and building and building. And so then that led to unhealthy coping mechanisms like drinking, smoking cigarettes, and eating unhealthy. So in August, I was 2 months from marrying my best friend. And I thought, like, holy crap, I cannot go down the aisle looking and feeling the way that I did. And so I just like started working out. And this wasn't, at the time, I didn't start this because of the way that I like felt. It was more that I needed to look good on my wedding day. So it was all about like how I wanted to look in my wedding dress. And it didn't fit when I picked it up in July. It was tight. It didn't do up. It buttoned up all the way to the back and it was like stretching and it was horrible. Anyways, so I started working out and then quickly jumped on board with coaching because I really loved like the accountability really was what kept me going with it, because you're in this like type of community where there's people like supporting you and loving you and spreading like their love and kindness everywhere. And so it was really super awesome to be part of. So I jumped on board with coaching, and like someone else had said, I really just started to get on top of my own health and fitness journey. But once I saw like how the team was and how much support and camaraderie there was, I jumped on right away. So then I started coaching and started looking after myself, and then I realized then that like as I started looking after myself that I was starting to feel really good. Like, and so we've already talked about like personal development in the physical sense, and Danny talked about in the spiritual sense, but my topic is about the mental sense of personal development. So one of the things that we do as coaches is we're always looking for ways to expand our mental health, which is by reading books. So we always find books and different, sorry, I keep clicking my pen. I hope you guys don't hear that. But so we always look for books and things that that are going to expand on like who we are and make us better, like the best version of ourselves. So the book I'm reading right now is called You Are a Badass. And like, I don't read books. I'm not much of a book reader. I listen to them. And that was the thing, like for years and years and years, I went to university and I read in university and I said, I'm never reading a book again. When I graduated, I hated it. But for years, I didn't read until I started coaching again. And then I started reading, and because it was just part of this whole coaching gig is looking after yourself and personal development and expanding your mind. And after like you look after yourself spiritually, physically, mentally, like it's a circle, right? So it's interconnected, and it's like the circle of your whole being, circle of awareness, I'll say. And then that gives you the power to do whatever you want to do. Like, it's amazing what looking after yourself and looking after your mental brain and emotional, like everything all together just becomes amazing. Like the things that you can do once you have all that looked after. So I think I'm probably over my time, but one of the things is, so my free resource is actually just like a quick 15 to 20 minute read on personal development. It's Jim Rohn Guide to Personal Development. So that'll just kind of give you an idea of what you need to do for personal development. And the other thing I would recommend is Audible has, when you sign up for Audible, it has a free trial for 30 days and you get a free book when you sign up with that free trial. And then you'll stay with it, because I love it. I get a new book every every month, sometimes 2. And so, yeah, that's my topic. And I hope you enjoy the free resource. And I hope you enjoyed all of these amazing ladies. And the last person to speak is Stephanie.
Hi, guys. Can you hear me? Okay, good. Okay, so my name is Stephanie, and I've been a coach for just about 2 years now. And I also teach kindergarten part-time, and I have 2 boys who are 5 and 3, and I'm also married. So I got into coaching, like I said, just about 2 years ago. My second son was about 3 months old when I did my first challenge, because I was looking to try something new to lose the baby weight that I had gained. I gained over 50 pounds with both my boys, and was struggling and trying to find a way to get healthy again, with not much luck. So then I found the challenge groups and the accountability, and I just fell in love with the products. So decided to jump into coaching. Now, before I became a coach, I was a gym type girl. I would go to the gym. I would have to get up really early because my boys would be sleeping, so I'd have to go before the boys got up. I would go to the gym. It would take a while to get there, of course. I would go there, I'd do my little thing, I'd come back, and then the kids would be up by then, and it was time to start the day. So I was finding that really hard. I did that for a little while, but it just really wasn't working for our schedule and our family. And then I found with coaching the at-home workouts. And I had tried at-home workouts before on my own, and it kind of goes with that accountability piece. But they just didn't work. But when I was in the accountability group, it did work. So at-home workouts kind of saved me because I could do them from home with my boys. So I could do them when they were sleeping or nap time, I could do them, or I could do them when they were up. And if you know me and you follow my page, you know that my boys, they are always in the room or close by when I'm doing my workouts. And they join in with me, and they like to kind of mirror me. And they're learning about healthy living and about just not giving up and keeping, even if the workout is hard, I keep going, and I can hear them, encouraging me, and it's just amazing. But sometimes, and if you have kids, you've got to keep them busy, because if you leave them idle for too long, you will notice that they'll get into things and whatnot. So I decided to create some busy boxes. And that's actually what my free resource is. And these busy boxes are just basically bins. And in them, I put little things that they could play with, things that they could do independently while I was doing my workout. And they would play right beside me. And that's what they do now. When it's workout time, they will ask for a busy box. We'll go to the closet. I'll pull one out. And they just sit and play with the items in the busy box. The things in the box are very simple. They're things around the house. I didn't really have to go out and buy a whole lot of things. And it just keeps them busy for the 30 minutes. Of course, they do, sometimes I have to stop and I have to kind of break them up if they get into a fight, if you know kids. But for the most part, it does keep them busy. And they actually ask for these boxes and they want to do them. And it's all things that are going to help them. I'm a teacher, so it's all little things that helping them developmentally and with fine motor, and it's fun, and they're just having fun. So that's what my free resource is, and I hope that you'll find it useful. You'll notice that it does say part 2 of the Busy Box resource. I do have a part 1. It's a little bit different. It's not for, I guess you could use them if you're doing your workouts, but it's more for things like at the table. These ones, the part 2 resource that I've shared with you is, it's things for like if you're doing your workout and you want your kids to be right beside you while you are doing your workout. So that's all I have. Stephanie is actually, the other Stephanie is actually going to close the call. And yeah, if you have any questions, just let us know.
A couple of random comments. It's a little unfair for Lacey to be showboating her gorgeous baby. Now it's like just the cuteness factor is a little bit ridiculous over there, I just have to say. And I love all these ladies. I really do. Each and every one of them. But I have to say, I think Stephanie's resource with the busy boxes is my absolute favorite. And I don't even have kids. So if you design one for husbands, let me know, because I need a busy box for the husband. Keep him like occupied while I'm trying to do my workout here. I want to thank everybody for joining us this evening. And then for those of you who weren't able to make it on, thank you for sticking through with us and watching the recording here. This recording is going to be posted in our private Facebook group, as well as the resource that we all keep alluding to and talking about. Very easy, one sheet. It's a PDF, and then with clickable links on it. So what we want to do is invite you into our phenomenal culture and our group. And, you know, if you have weight to lose, if you want to firm up, let's drop 10 together. I know I'm still on my journey, as are a lot of these ladies. We are basically on this mission to kind of change our lives. And I know a lot of us have already done that. We're in progress to doing that. Changing our lives, and we want to help you change yours if that's something that you're looking for, quite honestly. It's really great. And in fact, I shared this live on my page the other day. I can't imagine people who try to get fit and healthy by themselves. Like, that's kind of boring. It's boring and it's kind of sad, and like you just feel alone. Like I was kind of relating it back to that Weight Watchers thing. Like I'd go in once a week and I would weigh in and see the lady, and you sit for a meeting, and I'm sure it's all different nowadays, but that's the beauty of this group, is we have this amazing community. And, you know, we're all in different stages of our lives. Some of us have kids, some of us don't. I have dogs. I know Danny has, obviously we saw Danny's pup earlier. But it's just an incredible sense of community and support. It's really, really amazing. And, you know, we would love to have you join us. You know, talk to the person that invited you. We are having a group starting in February that we will kick off with everybody doing a fitness program and following a nutrition plan. We're going to really focus on our personal development and, you know, confidence and paying it forward. You know, at the end of the day, if, you know, growing a business and doing what we do is something that interests you, that's awesome. And we would love to share that with you. It is completely not mandatory. If maybe you want to start, you know, have questions, make how you can like make money as a coach, that's great, wonderful. But we would just love to have you in our community at the end of the day. So talk to the person that invited you. Thank you so much for joining us this Friday evening. We hope you have a wonderful, wonderful weekend, and check the group later. I believe the ebook or resource rather is going to be posted. It will be late tonight, I think. So maybe check first thing in the morning, and we can't wait to hopefully have you join our great community. See you all soon. Good night, everybody.